So G, last weekend of the season, biggest weekend of the season by far, 3 teams still in the running. Is it nice to not be the guys that the main pressure's on for this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's, we've always been on the outside ever since that Sheffield weekend. And I like where we're at right now. I do believe Braehead is going to take a point off Sheffield. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I think it's going to be a pretty tough game against Coventry on Saturday. I know Tom will have his guys ready to go. So it's going to be a good test for us on Saturday.
Now, a couple of the playoff spots for the teams lower down the table are already set in stone, so that couldn't change. So you could be forgiven for thinking that some teams would coast in to the playoffs themselves. But Bruce Richardson took Braehead and annihilated Hull the other night. Is that a positive sign for Cardiff and their fans?
I think it is, especially with teams with home games. Everybody wants to win their last home game because it's generally one of your bigger crowds of the year. And you always want to go into the playoffs on a high. So I don't think any team's really going to let up going into the playoffs. Including Braehead and Coventry. And we want to take care of our home games. Our home record speaks for itself this season, and we want to continue it.
Now, as you say, we can't take anything for granted, and we've got a tough test on Saturday against a Coventry team that have had a miserable season but have got an awful lot of talent in the roster. What kind of game are you expecting from Paul Thompson's team?
I think they just try to they look for turnovers and they look for mistakes from other teams. So if you can control the blue lines against them, you got a pretty good chance of getting in there. And I know their goalie has been missing some minutes lately, so it's going to be down to us to get in there and back him into his net and just create a lot of traffic in front of him. But like I said, Tom always has his teams to fire it up to play against the Devils, and myself, we like playing and coaching against each other.
Now, we got the Devils Awards dinner on Monday, cause for celebration this season for lots of reasons. Hopefully there'll be one bigger one added to the list come Sunday night. But is that the kind of thing that the boys enjoy then, mixing with the fans and the sponsors and just having a bit of recognition for the year that some of these guys have had?
Yeah, it's always nice to get recognition. I know we had something the other night that the fans put on, and the boys are really grateful for how we're received here in Cardiff. And the support we've had, the patience and the positive feedback we've had from fans have been tremendous. So obviously Monday night's going to be a great night, and it'll be a good night for the boys to hopefully be celebrating something pretty big and just have a little bit of fun and mix in with everybody.
Well, we're crossing our fingers all of us for you, G, and we're not counting any of our chickens before they hatch. But all the talking's done now. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you.